Thank you, Mr. Peter. Let us first now see the importance or impact of, taking energy conservation, doing energy conservation. For producing 1 megawatt hour of electricity, we need approximately 0.7 ton of coal, which emits 0.94 ton of carbon dioxide. So indirectly we can say that for every megawatt hour production of electricity, 0.94 ton of carbon dioxide is emitted into the atmosphere. And to add on to this, the electrical energy situation in India is such a way that we have a 10.5% deficit. The demand in our country is 10.5% more than the availability of the overall energy that is available to us. Approximately 35.5% of Indian population do not have access to electricity, and most startling figure is like overall 21% of the people who in the world do not have access to electricity actually live in India. These are very startling figures, so we are bound to take any possible initiative to save any amount of energy. So we have to take the energy conservation a very serious topic. So let me showcase to you the various energy initiatives that have been taken in our company. As Mr. Peter was explaining about the continuous improvement group, we have a well-formed continuous improvement groups in our company, which has team members ranging from experts in all the plants to the people, executive working in the shop floor. It's a very successful one. It was launched 4 years back. And this one is a very major initiative that is taken in our company. We have reduced the dependency on diesel generators. We are moving towards completely converting the utilization of grid power. What happens is, as we reduce the utilization of diesel generators, we would be emitting less carbon dioxide. So we are in a process. Most of the major plants we have converted, and we are in a future process of converting them also. Apart from the internal experts which we have, we also take help of the external experts through energy audits. We have done energy audits in almost most of our major plants, and we have been able to get benefit out of the energy audits, the findings of the energy audits. We do take the recommendations from them, and we try to implement each one of the recommendations, and we have got benefited out of all the recommendations. This particular point is like wherever you have a human intervention, we have a problem like the energy is misused or it is overused. Like people tend to forget the light. We do educate them. So our technical people, they came up with some POKs or foolproof systems. We have interfaced in a couple of our plants. We have interfaced the lightings in the shop floor as well as the ventilator blowers that is present in the shop floor with the machine. So when the people are actually working on the machine, only at that time the ventilation blowers and the lighting loads will be on. So this is a very good initiative, and it has been completely taken, executed by our internal experts and internal team. This is one more initiative that is taken by our internal expert team. The ventilation blowers or other equipments which consume a lot of energy, the manufacturer for which they have not provided any variable frequency drives, we have on our own initiative installed variable frequency drives in those equipments so as to optimize the usage of those equipments, and we have been benefited by reducing the consumption of electrical energy in those equipments. In most of the plants, we are in the process of converting. We have already converted the high energy consuming light fittings to energy efficient light fittings. Again, it's similar to the point number 4, where you have a human intervention of switching on and off the street lights. And what we have done is we have installed timer controlled timer control. We have introduced the timer control in the circuitry, and we have different timings for the different seasons. So we have been able to showcase this as a foolproof system. This particular initiative helps us, not only us, also to the electricity board. Like, we try to maintain the power factor to unity, which is very useful in utilizing the overall infrastructure that is available or that is installed in our country. And we have also started utilizing renewable energy resources in our companies. In a plant, Ahmedabad, we have installed these solar panels, and we have started using them for our lighting loads in canteen in the nights and also for the street lights. This particular initiative is in the heat press, where we have to use a dryer, gas burn dryer. We have installed this heat recovery system, wherein the inlet air which flows to the system passes through the exhaust air, which is already in a heated form, and thereby preheating the inlet air. This reduces the consumption of gas in the dryer. This has also benefited to us. This particular initiative is implemented in Kandivali plant. Now, out of all the major initiatives that we showcase, there are many other initiatives which we have taken in all the plants. We have tried to showcase the major ones, and the generic and the unique ones. The result out of all these savings are, all these initiatives are, we are able to increase our pages produced per kilowatt by 13%. This is the metric which we use for comparing the energy conservation with the productivity. And with this, we have been able to reduce the energy conservation by 75 lakh units. This in turn reduces, or it avoids the emission of carbon dioxide by 7,000 tons. This is the overall result of all the initiatives which we have taken in energy conservation. The future is like, we are surely, as we have been successful in some of our plants, we are surely going in for more solar power for our campus and building lightings. We will be converting all the energy light fittings into energy efficient ones, and we want to completely lesser the utilization of diesel generators and completely depend on grid. That is also on track. We are already on track. We would be completely benefiting out of the grid power that is available. Now, coming to the next entity, water, which is one of the input raw materials to our process. The impact is such a way that in our country, from a period of 1997 to 2050, India is actually moving towards a water scarce situation. It is not like we would be completely not having any water. It will be like the water which is needed at any given particular time or at a given place, at a proper place, it will not be available at that particular place at a proper quality. So this is because we are polluting it and all those stuff. So this is a very alarming situation, because by this period the water demand is also going to increase by 89% due to our population increase, and also because of this the per capita availability of water is going to reduce by 44%. It's a very alarming figures, and this is basically due to the population increase and also due to the pollution that is happening in the water. One more startling figure which we want to showcase to you is that 1 person in every 6 persons worldwide does not have access to clean water. This is also a very alarming situation. So any kind of initiative which is helpful in saving any amount of water is very, very good for the whole world. So the first initiative which we want to showcase is, in our bigger plants we have installed rainwater harvesting. With this we have been able to reduce the bought out water, reduce the consumption of bought out water. during the rainy season, we have been able to trap water which we could use for our further uses in our plants. And if some of you could have seen our plants, most of our major plants have a lot of greenery across in our plants, and to maintain that kind of greenery you need a lot of water. So this goes hand in hand. One side we say that we have to save a lot of water, we have to reduce the consumption. So, and we have to maintain the greenery across our plant. So we came up utilizing this age-old technique of drip irrigation and a modern sprinkler system with a lesser energy consuming. With this we have installed in 2 or 3 plants, and we have benefited out of it. One more point, adding on to the reduction of water consumption for our gardening purposes, we have been using the outlet of sewage treatment plant for our gardening purpose. This helps in 2 folds. One is we completely avoid the water consumption for gardening. We have completely avoided in the plants where this initiative is taken. For gardening, we use the outlet of sewage treatment plants. As you know, sewage treatment plant outlet is rich in manure. We have seen that, we have experienced the growth of the plants, and the growth of greenery is very good with this outlet water. We have installed filtration units in our CTP. This filtrates 2 basic components like water and the developer. It helps in reducing the consumption of water and improving the life of developer. We have been trying this particular initiative in some of our plants. We have installed this bio blocks in our washrooms, which completely avoids, or rather very less amount of water is used in these washrooms. One more initiative which we took to reduce the consumption wherever we have the manual intervention, we have regulated the flow rate in the taps or washrooms. So this also has given a lot of benefit to us. So these were the initiatives. With this, overall directly we are able to save 139 lakh liters of water annually, and this is almost equivalent to an entire village consumption, average Indian village consumption of 700 people. So this is the direct saving of water all India basis. So for future, the major initiative which we are thinking to implement is going for chemistry-less plates. We all know that it's acknowledged as a green system. It uses 0 water. The water consumption is almost 0. It's less in maintenance, no waste treatment, less hazardous because it's a neutral chemistry. We are already in a trial is progressing in 2 plants. With the successful outcome of that trial, we'll be implementing this in other plants with the basis of the result of those trials. So these were the aspects with respect to the water conservation. Now we move on to ink, which is also one more important input material to our process. The impact is such a way that for producing 1 ton of ink, we use approximately 1 megawatt hour of electricity for producing the same. And as shown earlier, it emits 0.94 ton of carbon dioxide. So we can say indirectly for producing 1 ton of ink, 0.94 ton of carbon dioxide is emitted to the atmosphere. So every ink or any percentage of ink saved is direct reduction of carbon dioxide emission. So let us see the initiatives taken in this field. We have implemented image enhancing softwares with the help of some external parties. We have been able to implement this and get benefit out of this. We have implemented ink presetting softwares in Indian machines or in the machines which doesn't come with this feature. This was a special initiative from us. We have this ink presetting in other advanced automated machines, but with the machines which does not have this feature, we have installed this particular software. On an all India basis, we have standardized the density, and everybody is adhering to the density norms that is set. So this regulates the consumption or optimizes the consumption, because if you follow the standards, you are on target and you will be achieving whatever is your target. The waste ink, this particular initiative is taken in Kandivali. The waste ink that we take out for quality purpose is sold out to the vendors or to the smaller players who can, who doesn't have a bigger constraint for that quality, who use them for other printing operations which require lesser quality. So environment, we also do environment friendly disposal of ink barrels. The reduction in print waste also helps in improving the conservation of ink. With all these major initiatives, we have been able to achieve 12% increase in the ink mileage, and which is directly related to the carbon emission by 611 tons of carbon dioxide being reduced. The emission is reduced. For the future, we are in a study of optimizing the ink consumption or ink density, standardizing the ink density by the newsprint brand. We are in a study. We are going for a machine upgradation which will have a lesser wastage, thereby reducing the or wasting lesser inks. We are thinking of utilizing vegetable oil based inks. We are also thinking of high strength inks. Advanced ink presetting softwares are already in our cards. We are working on that. So these were the overall initiatives, and let us now see the overall impact of all the green initiatives. You can see the total water saved is around direct and indirect 8,223 lakh liters, which is equivalent to suffice the requirement of 64 Indian villages. And the energy we have saved directly and indirectly is 14,720 megawatts of energy, which is equivalent to lighting up 6,200 homes. Emission, we have reduced emission of 13,836 tons of carbon dioxide, which is equivalent of a situation like 3,400 cars are taken out. All these figures are for annual. Apart from these, we also have some other initiatives. For general public awareness, on a World Environment Day, we print the paper on completely green colored newsprint, which is 100% recycled. We also have an initiative which is called as iCare, which runs in our intranet. It gives energy conservation tips and awareness program to all the internet users in across our group. We have we can say we are already on track with a vision of lean management. To get our green initiatives validated, we do participate in industry competitions, and we have successfully won consecutively 2 awards. Ahmedabad plant won last year, and this year Chennai plant won 2 consecutively. For 2 consecutive years we have won this award. We have enrolled into Industrial Waste Management Association for hazardous waste disposal. For spreading the awareness, we do gift trees, or we do gift small plants to the employees on World Environment Day. And this is a very famous scene of our Kandivali plant. We have a lot of greenery in most of our major plants. That directly spreads the awareness to the employees or to the visitors who are coming into our plant. We have an employee-friendly wash with natural additives. We strictly adhere to the pollution norms. We are partnering with NGOs and government bodies for spreading awareness in schools and colleges in the public forums. We have supported them. And this particular initiative is a joint venture with JSW. We have launched awards for green initiatives for other industries. We recognize and acknowledge the green initiatives for other industries also. This has been launched from 2008. It has been continuing for the past 4 years. And we have been, as I told earlier, we have been doing energy audits. So these were the overall initiatives and our result, what we have achieved in our plan. Thank you.